Battle through the firmament. Great world. Chapter 479. Flaming chain capturing technique spirit. Ooh. Before Xiaoyan could recover his senses, another gentle breeze swept past. It was as though it had cut through space, brushing past Xiaoyan's shoulder. Skill spirit. Xiaoyan suddenly recovered his senses. Cold sweat immediately flowed down his back. This guy was so fast that he couldn't even clearly see the former's movements. Hee. Suddenly, a light laugh sounded beside Xiaoyan's ear. He turned his eyes and stretched out his arm like lightning, striking toward the direction of the laughter. Ha, can't catch me. The attack missed. The laughter rang out once again, seeming to come from all directions around Xiaoyan, leaving him at a loss. Seeing this, Xiaoyan took a deep breath and pondered for a moment. He stopped attacking and simply stood there quietly. After a while, the owner of the laughter couldn't help but chuckle when he saw that Xiaoyan wasn't attacking. The space in front of him trembled slightly, and a petite figure appeared before Xiaoyan. The child floating in front of Xiaoyan was only the length of his arm, with short silver hair that seemed to flicker like starlight. His face was fair and clean, adorned with an innocent smile. His chubby cheeks and big, blinking eyes held a bright light, making him look harmless. Xiaoyan looked at the silver-haired boy right in front of him and resisted the urge to grab him. As an arcane spirit of the holy arts, most possessed mysterious and unpredictable abilities. If he attacked forcefully, Xiaoyan truly had no confidence in catching him. Let's continue playing. The little boy blinked his large, intelligent eyes, a playful smile appearing on his face. As he spoke, he gently waved his little hand, as if holding thousands of starlights. In an instant, endless starlight rippled from his hand like waves and flowing water. The starlight filling the sky all obeyed his command. All right. The corner of Xiaoyan's mouth lifted into a smile, though his expression remained grave. Without the slightest hesitation, fighting Dao Qi surged around his body. In the next moment, vigorous fighting Dao Qi completely enveloped him. A large white tiger had already materialized behind him. White tiger arts, white tiger spirit sealing flash. The white tiger behind him roared toward the sky. Xiaoyan's body suddenly rushed toward the little boy, transforming into a white light that arrived in front of the child in an instant. A glint flashed across the silver-haired little boy's eyes upon seeing Xiaoyan's sudden increase in speed. A joyous smile appeared on his fair little face as he laughed. No movement was seen from the latter. His body trembled slightly and he vanished from his original spot. Whoosh! Xiaoyan was like a ferocious tiger descending the mountain, violently shattering the space in front of him. Yet, he didn't even touch the silver-haired little boy. The white light dissipated, and Xiaoyan's figure reappeared. Seeing the empty space, he frowned slightly and sighed silently. As expected of the Starlight Silent Steps arcane spirit, this speed was beyond his ability to match. While Xiaoyan was deep in thought, an ethereal voice sounded behind him, carrying a hint of ridicule. Xiaoyan turned around and saw the silver-haired boy waving playfully in the air not far away, making a funny face at him. Xiaoyan, his speed is too fast. You can't catch up to him at all. Just as Xiaoyan fell silent, Xiaoao's voice suddenly sounded in his mind. I know. Xiaoyan let out a light sigh. Facing this absolute speed suppression, there was little he could do. Even his soul power couldn't lock onto this arcane spirit. I have an idea. Since we can't catch him, let's trap him. Xiaoao chuckled, speaking proudly. Really? Xiaoyan was stunned for a moment, then secretly rejoiced. It's just an arcane spirit of the holy arts. Its intelligence isn't much higher than a human child's. It's not like it's an arcane spirit of the sacred art. Watch me. Xiaoao patted his chest confidently, chuckling as if full of cunning. Swish. Following the method described by Xiaoao, Xiaoyi appeared on Xiaoyan's shoulder. His small hands moved continuously, and in an instant, he threw out hundreds to thousands of different colored fire lotuses. When the silver-haired boy saw this, he merely curled his lips, completely unconcerned about the power of these fire lotuses. With a slight movement, he safely dodged all the fire lotuses. Thousands of fire lotuses whistled past his ears, yet none touched his body. With a cool turn, the final fire lotus flashed by. The silver-haired little boy chuckled at Xiaoyan, as if flaunting his skill. Xiaoyan lowered his eyebrows, and the fighting Dao Qi around his body surged. He transformed into a white tiger and charged at the boy once again. Seeing Xiaoyan's attack, the latter seemed too lazy to dodge. He waved his hand, and endless starlight suddenly spread down, forming a starlight shield that steadily blocked Xiaoyan's attack. Crack! The sharp attack struck the starlight shield violently. However, only a few rays of light flickered in response. Xiaoyan stared at the starlight shield in front of him, a trace of surprise flashing in his eyes. This level of defense was comparable to the first form of his profound martial arts, and this was only a casual attack from this arcane spirit. Taking a deep breath, Xiaoyan no longer hesitated. He moved his 10 fingers, and in an instant, fighting Dao Qi surged around his body. Accompanied by the whistling sound of space, a nearly solid white tiger slowly solidified behind him. Third form of the white tiger arts, white tiger spiritual spell. Xiaoyan's expression was grave. He faced the sky and let out a long roar. The white tiger behind him also roared furiously, revealing its ferocious fangs. The tiger's palm ruthlessly smashed down, directly shattering the starlight shield in front of him. The silver-haired boy was slightly taken aback upon seeing this. Immediately, his expression revealed a trace of interest and joy. He beckoned with his little hand, and once again, endless starlight gathered in front of him, instantly forming another starlight shield. Seeing this, Xiaoyan had no other choice. His entire body was within the white tiger, and fighting Dao Qi surged violently. The white tiger roared furiously and shattered the starlight shield once again. After breaking 2 starlight shields, the light on the white tiger's body dimmed considerably, as if it had suffered a heavy blow, and was no longer as solid as before. Hualala! The instant the little boy disappeared, the sound of chains soaring into the sky suddenly rang out in the space. In the next moment, thousands of fire lotuses emerged from the void. Each fire lotus surged with flame. Thousands of fire lotuses appeared simultaneously, their flames connecting with one another and directly sealing the space. The moment the fire lotus chains appeared, a pained voice echoed from within. Xiaoyan looked over and saw the little boy had already appeared not far behind him. Upon touching the flame chains that were everywhere, he had nowhere to hide. Swoosh! A crimson gold flame surged out from one of the fire lotuses. Xiaoao's figure appeared at the heart of the fire lotus. Looking at the little boy, he couldn't help but laugh loudly, seemingly quite satisfied with his masterpiece. Now that we've trapped him, Xiaoyan, shrink the flame chain and we'll catch him. Xiaoao's voice was heard. Xiaoyan nodded without hesitation, stretched out his hand, and clenched it. The flame chain, which was several hundred meters long, shook slightly and began to shrink violently. The little boy, trapped within the flame chain, panicked as he saw the chain shrinking. He tried to use his incredible speed to escape but was blocked by the flames everywhere and quickly discovered by Xiaoao. After all, the Starlight Silent Step was just a movement technique, not a mnemonic skill capable of traveling through space. The little boy no longer wore his earlier leisurely expression. A wisp of spirit energy surged into his eyes. In the next moment, his petite body trembled violently. Endless starlight poured down, transforming him into a slender silver-haired man. The man held a star staff in his hand, his eyes cold as he silently stared at Xiaoyan. Under that gaze, Xiaoyan felt a shiver run down his spine, an inexplicable chill washing over him. Chapter end. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.